It's winning.
Queen D4 1,000 times.
Queen D4, queen takes D3.
A1 knight.
A1
He gets to promote to a knight.
It's still a draw. Oh my god.
What the hell is this game?
But now he's gonna flag. He's gonna flag. The Smarter Chess prediction calls for a 7-point victory by Alireza Firouzja. Moreover, Aman, it calls for victory in every one of the 3 segments, which Dmitry Andreikin will have to counteract if he wants a chance in this match.
Yeah, I have a, that Carlsbad kind of structure here. And I guess a more interesting, more aggressive line, this bishop d6, you're kind of saying, okay, yeah, I get it. You're pinning me, but I'm just going to defend with the knight. Really dislike white's pawn structure on the king side. And even though it looks like, it doesn't really matter, I think it does.
And Dmitry uses tactics to win the pawn back, but here comes that c-pawn. Choo-choo goes the train, c5. Look at that knight on a4, beautifully defending both of the remaining queenside pawns. But this is going completely off the rails. King takes pawn. Does he want rook d1 or something and try to set up some sort of attack against black's king? But there's no way that can actually work.
No, knight c3.
Oh.
Wow. Rook b7 played immediately. Who's setting up a mate on who here?
So Alireza, whatever you do not move the pony from c3. It is integral toward ensuring the safety of black's king. He's investing most of his time here. I think he's trying to figure out which pawn to start with. Oh, he blundered mate at 1!
That's insane! Oh my goodness.
No way. No, what did we just see?
Is that a commentator curse for the ages?
And he took 45 seconds on that move. And another draw. But yeah, missed chance there by Andreikin. He could have taken that bishop, and he was clearly better. I think that could have been a second victory for him. Instead, he insists on the draw, and he maintains his 1-point lead in the match. Should white trade, or do you try to trade on your own terms?
What if you trade and go rook c2? Like, is there some, like,
rook takes a4. Rook takes a4, oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow, and double question mark is harsh, but...
The pawn on h6 is the hero in all of these complications, because after bishop f1, bishop h3, white would have rook a8 check, but now there's just king h7, and rook takes f1 checkmate can be staved off, but not prevented. He really, really needs to win this game to put that mark, as you said, on the first half of the 5-minute portion, because if he gives up another half point, then that will do wonders for Alireza's confidence. Alireza will start feeling like he can really hold anything, even if he makes a couple of big blunders in the game. So can Dmitry harness his excellent endgame technique and his time advantage and convert this to a victory? Big, big moment here in this game. But here comes black's b-pawn. Can you stop it? Maybe no.
c5, though.
Oh, that's a dagger. b3.
It really is.
Push
it.
Yeah,
what's white doing?
Got to get the rook back to g1 to stop the pawn.
There might be like a knight d3 move. I almost want to... I think knight d3, and you have rook c3, rook c2.
Wow, and c5, c4.
Yeah, just in
rook
time.
c2. Look at this technique with 4 seconds. Dmitry finding every move. c5 with a check, c4 with a check, b2 with a win.
Wow. What a mistake. Completely hanging. And I don't even know who's favored now. e6
knight takes
hanging.
e6. And Alireza trying to set up a mating net, but the king has g4. And the king can zigzag its way out of the checks, and it does. But it's still double-edged. Knight d4. Oh my gosh,
f5
what's going on?
And
mate threat!
Oh my goodness.
But rook c6, such a heads-up move.
King g6,
Oh,
maybe.
He gave up his knight! But you can't take it.
Wow. This is very, very tricky stuff. I don't even know what's
Dmitry's
happening.
going to lose rook c4. Dmitry's going to lose this.
Ooh, that is a very, very good move to keep the rooks on.
What just happened? I'm actually still
processing.
I was seeing the moves, but I wasn't like understanding who was winning until the very end. And then I saw Firouzja won, and I'm like, okay, I think I knew who was winning. Just fantastic chess being played by Andreikin in the 5-minute portion. And I just love the universality with which Andreikin is played. He is, I think, a positional player by nature. But anytime that the position has gotten sharp, he has embraced the tactics. And he's found a lot of unexpected tactics in critical moments, which is just a beautiful illustration of the power of pins. And Alireza just throwing all caution to the wind, going after black's bishop on b6. Alireza generating counterplay. Queen a6 check is now a huge threat.
Yeah, game winning.
And queen b5. Oh, he defends the b1 square. Okay, all good.
You had me going.
You had me going too. 1 second for Alireza.
But this is Alireza's like territory. And then knight f3.
And queen h2 and knight e5, and he's going to at least win the rook. But wait a second, still Alireza's still alive.
I think you can
but
take it,
not for
though.
long.
Yeah. And queen b2, funny check after.
a6, what a devilish little move, but Dmitry wasn't born yesterday.
Who's going for the win here?
I was going to say, trade and take g3.
Insane.
Alireza has a million lives, but he's finally running out of ideas. Rook takes g3, and unless black flags, oh my god!
What a move, by the way.
Okay, now it should be winning. And with a bishop, these types of endgames with an extra pawn on a4 can be a draw. Ooh, he's still punching. He's got, one tentacle left, and now he finally resigns.
He has a monstrous lead going into the 3-1. He's got to be satisfied here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected a 3-point lead. He lost one game, and the game he lost was due to a crazy time scramble. He hasn't been outplayed a single time, and this could not have gone better for Dmitry Andreikin. He's got to be happy, but he can't rest on his laurels because 3+1, that is Alireza's territory I'm on. Any time scrambles, I think, are favoring Alireza. That has been the main bright spot of his performance that thus far. He needs more of these long, drawn-out games. Yeah, there are some storm clouds kind of gathered around black's king. Alireza pushing d5. He wants to trade everything on d5 and then take on b5 and get excellent winning. Oh, and he's going to take d8 and take with check. And this might be losing for black.
This is essentially the same thing as if he played rook h8, took the rook, and then after d5, black took. Which you would never play in that line. Like, it would be just ludicrous. But he tricked him into it, just so crafty. Now he can take and go rook b8 and take on a7 as well.
I think it's over. I think Alireza's sitting there thinking, wait, what am I missing? But he's not missing anything. Rook takes b5, go after the a-pawn, and then black can't even get the f-pawn in return because white will be able to defend it from a3. This is resignable, just like on the spot.
Yeah, rook a8, a4, king b6, and once everybody gets cozy together, it feels a little bit better.
Well said. King a6. And you don't even need the a-pawn. That's the kind of interesting thing about the way Alireza is converting this. He's actually just relying on his king to support the b-pawn, and Dmitry lets his time run out. What a conversion by Alireza Firouzja, taking that from equal to winning in the span of 5 seconds. And it feels like he's halved this lead and brought it to 1 point in the span of 5 seconds. Where is the 3-point lead that we were talking about? Well done by Alireza. But Dmitry still leads, and we've been in this situation before. The first time, Dmitry struck with a crucial victory before the break. Can he pull it off a second time? Queen h6. I was literally going to point this out, that c5 runs into queen h6. And it's a miracle the black isn't mated there. He has f6 and rook f7 just in the nick of time.
I was going to say, please give it double exclamation marks because queen d2 looks like you're just getting out of the way of knight a4, but totally planned here. Rook h4, rook here, and you might get sidetracked thinking about knight g5, bishop d5, but as you mentioned, barely hanging on.
So do not play rook c4. Rook c2. Rook c2 is a very calm move.
Yeah.
And the second rank defense is really effective. He blundered it. No way. The second insane blunder of the day. Maybe even more insane than the maiden one, honestly.
Is Andreikin as bad as me, or am I as good as Andreikin?
You're definitely... No, Andreikin is as good as you. Let me spin that a third way. It's like not totally inspires confidence, a rickety bridge, over a ravine kind of thing. It probably won't break, but it actually might after bishop c6.
Wow.
Bishop c6.
That was the move.
Oh my god, he was handed a chance on a golden platter.
Rook b4 is the idea.
And now it's over.
Hang on. This could be tricky, right? Rook b7. Because if bishop d7, there was knight f5.
Oh my god. And he's going to win both rooks, but black's going to promote. Oh my goodness.
And the knight is just not doing enough.
Bishop h3, though. I would essentially try to surround... Again, you work around white's pieces. Go bishop g4,
Oh,
mate!
it's mate.
It's not as easy as you think it is. What was that?
Yeah, it's not as easy as you think it is. Me, on the other hand, I think it's very easy.
We weren't talking about you. You're as good as Andreikin. We already established that earlier. If you had told Firouzja this would be a tied match going to the bullet, I think he'd be okay with that. I think he's a lot more okay with that, given that he's been down as much as 3 points. Could have even been down 4 points at one point in this match. So Alireza's got to be thrilled with the fact that he has a clean slate. He's got 30 minutes of bullet to play. And let's be real, Dmitry Andreikin will have to step it up in a big way. It's hard to nail in that final nail in the coffin. Somehow black is teetering on the brink on the queen side, but still holding on, much like the last game, and we know how that turned out.
Maybe queen g7 to once again have every piece lined up against something that's defended.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, actually. I think he's got to go queen g7.
Yeah, it's nice.
There's that exchange sack that we're so familiar with. Knight d5 is a cute little move.
I like it.
Whoa.
It had a good air to it.
Queen a3 is like those prospectors who would try to go to California 6 years after the gold rush. All you have are little specks of dust on c3.
Queen e4, and that might spell the end of the game. Knight f3.
Yeah, you mean
rook h1 takes.
Spell the end of the GAME. Oh my gosh, what a trick.
He's worse here. Rook d7.
Ugh.
Yeah, rook d1 is coming. I don't think you can actually get, you can't establish your pieces properly here.
That right there might have been a decider, because not only does he
rook
go
takes
from...
g7.
He literally just went from winning on the spot to losing on the spot.
Oh.
Takes in bishop e3, and the g4 pawn, that is the ultimate twist of evil irony. That is the pawn which would have won the game. Now it's the pawn which ultimately will lose you the game. Okay, he goes after the queen side instead.
Yeah.
It's over.
This is good enough.
Bishop c5, for instance. Or this.
a5.
Just push the pawn to a7.
Very professional approach. And such a good bullet approach, because you really just picked the simplest way to do it.
Just promote and win the game. And it's a 2-point lead, and it comes at the worst possible moment for Dmitry. Crazy position.
I like the moves, though. This is the way to fight. So
black has about to have 3 pawns for the piece, but the bigger problem is that white's knights are now stranded on the queen side, where they really need to be is the other side of the board, and that's what he's trying to do. Knight f4.
What about e5? I was wondering about e5. Rook takes h4. Not mate.
Rook a4.
Very, very good.
Beautiful. Wow. What an on-demand win. That last trick with rook takes c2.
Yeah, it couldn't be more boring.
Nope. I don't like this.
No.
I just how are you going to win this game? And look at oh no, g4 and knight d2 is a fork.
I swear, I think you alluded to this at the beginning of the show.
I did. But
oh man.
The good news for white is that he has some of these dark squares.
Yep.
As compensation for the exchange. So it's definitely not over.
There will definitely be compensation here.
Yeah. But now that the match clock becomes a very serious consideration, Dmitry has to keep an eye on it. There's a minute left, and what Alireza wants to do is milk this down to 0 and then force some sort of perpetual check.
Such a decision here. I think king f7 is okay, big moment.
Gotta go. 45 seconds left. Dmitry has to play fast. Not because of his time situation, but because of the match clock. He might run out of time. The match clock is down to 0. This is going to be the last game. Can he get a miracle?
He needs a
victory?
win. Draw is not good enough.
He's just giving up the rest of his pawns, trying to reach some sort of imbalance. Queen takes
e6.
Oh!
Hang on.
Got that D
Real
pawn.
Chance now.
He's got a D pawn. But, bishop e7 and d6 is coming.
Oh my God.
Wait a second.
Real chances here.
3 seconds. Alireza checking white's king this way and that way. Can it escape the checks?
I think so.
Yes, it can. I don't think he's got anything here.
Oh.
No.
The bishop is
that's
covering
it.
the rook. This is dead.
That's it.
This is
It's a draw.
Yeah, king. Here you go. King d1. This was
He
not
does it.
good.
Why did Alireza do that? He found
I
the
have
one
no
way to
idea.
keep this game going. Rook b2, queen c3.
Oh, this is incredible.
Oh, it's losing. Queen
He's
d4.
winning.
Oh, he missed it. He had queen d4,
Queen
queen
d4.
b6. It's winning.
Queen d4 1,000 times.
Queen d4, queen takes d3.
This
A1
is
knight.
amazing.
A1
He
knight.
gets to promote to a knight.
It's still a draw. Oh my god.
What the hell's this game?
It's still a draw.
God.
But now he's going to flag. He's going to flag. No, he holds it.
Oh my god.
He's going to hold it.
This is just nonsense.
This is not ending. Dmitry was actually winning.
There was a win on the board.
Oh my god. Now
we
he's
cannot
got
show it
fortress.
now. We're in the thick of it, but
No, but it's a draw.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe this. He's still trying, but black just has too many squares, and it's a draw. Let's look at our overall bracket. We can congratulate Alireza Firouzja on only a 1-point victory, and he will face Wesley So in the quarterfinals. He will have to step up his game if he is to defeat the stalwart, one of the most consistent, stable, annoying players in the SEC. Wesley convincingly defeated Levon Aronian. That is going to be an incredible match. This was an incredible match, Aman.